Broadcasting live worldwide.
98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt. Raven K with you with another exclusive interview with Ryder Grimes. And it's all going to be brought to you by the following sponsors: Billingsley Ford Lincoln Service Department on the corner of Quanah Parker Trailway and 82nd Street in Lawton. Jason and the crew will take care of you today. Make sure, hey, your vehicle has that maintenance, because winter is here and it's showing up big time in a lot of ways, so you don't want to be stranded on the side of the road. 5-Star Nutrition of Lawton, Oklahoma as well, at 1764 Northwest 82nd Street, where Roddy and the crew will take care of you and help you to be the best that you can be. DCF Concerts, the best shows in the state of Oklahoma, multiple venues are there for you. Check out what you'd like to go to and go see at dcfconcerts.com. Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC, and right here in Altus, Oklahoma, Tara Holder and her talented staff will make sure your banking needs are fully taken care of. And last but definitely not least, One Anthem Roofing and Restoration LLC out of Oklahoma City. Cody Metter is insured and bonded for that extra peace of mind. Hey, Ryder, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me today, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, everybody. It's good to be here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And hey, for the record, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and have a happy and prosperous New Year. And so far, you're already doing good, Ryder. Thanks for taking the time. I'm telling you, buddy, that song Velvet Chains, it's a good thing. I love it. How did you kind of get your musical journey started, and how did you come to get that good song penned and on the radio for us?
Well, thank you very much. And before we get any further, Merry Christmas to you and your family, too. Thanks for having me on here. It's going to be a good time. But my musical journey started really young. I'm still young. I'm only 18 years old right now. But I started my musical journey probably when I was around 8 or 9. Was getting on stage with my dad and, singing old classic country songs with him and his band. And I also grew up in a household that played all sorts of different type of music on the radio. So I really took inspiration for all the different types of music that I grew up listening to, and inspired and put it towards my own stuff. And I've learned a lot from everything that I've listened to. So I would say really just growing up in a musical household and in a musical family really helped me get started. My parents bought me my first guitar when I was probably 7 or 8. I really didn't get serious with it until I was about 10. And that's when I fell in love with it, man. You could say the bug kind of bit me. I got on stage with my dad for the first time. Just sang one song. We sang Working Man Blues by Merle Haggard, one of my favorite country songs of all time. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Merle.
That's a good one to cut your teeth on, ain't it?
It is. Anything Merle, anything old school country, in my opinion, that's what I cut my teeth on. And I'm thankful that I did, because it's really helped inspire the writing that I do today. And the writing I do today is very Texas country driven, but I always make sure I kind of give a little nod to the head back to what I grew up on, which is classic rock, classic country, metal, all that good stuff. I kind of like to pay tribute to a lot of that in some of my own music. So that's kind of how I got started. And it's still the same way. We still live in a very musical household. My mom I walked in the house to get my headphones to do this interview, and the radio was on TV, and my dad's listening to the radio at his shop, and he still plays in that band every now and then, and I play with him when I'm off and can do it.
Yeah, it's good to have the next generation. You're filling those shoes, buddy, and that's a good place to be, buddy.
Thank you. That means a lot, because I'm just trying to keep what I was raised on alive, because sadly it started to go away. But I think there's a great crop of artists out there that are really bringing it back, and that's why I love being a part of the Texas country scene, because there's so much music. Like, I discover new music every single day, it seems like. Just from great artists. Pretty much all of them are in the Texas scene. And I love all music, but I have a special place in my heart for Texas country music, because that's the type of music that really pushed me to do what I'm doing today, and I'm very thankful for it.
Well, buddy, you're on the right track. I'm telling you, your sound is right in tune, and it's not only bringing together the younger generation, okay, keeping that music alive, but it's also a talking piece where the families can get together and bond, because, the older folks are going to be like, man, this kid really understands the working man's blues over here, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I like seeing generations come together, and you don't see too much of that sometimes, and people like you will definitely keep that conversation piece open. So I applaud your efforts there.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
And now this song, Velvet Chains, how did that come to be?
Well, Velvet Chains, going back to what I was talking about earlier, growing up on that classic country music, Velvet Chains is actually a cover, and a great artist from Fort Worth, actually, kind of where I'm at, named Gary Morris was the original artist on that song. It was written by Kevin Welch and Ron Howard.
Oh, get out.
And this was back years ago.
Right on.
And that song always kind of caught my attention, and Daryl Dodd, the voice you hear singing harmonies on that song, he's one of my good friends, and that was one of his suggestions, was that song. We were trying to find a good cover song to round out this EP that we're releasing next month, to really kind of say, you know, here's my songs that I wrote, and here's a song that inspired those songs that I wrote. And we were just really thinking, I mean, it was a 4-month, 5-month process, just trying to find a good song. And a couple times, Daryl had mentioned me, he's like, hey, why don't you check out Velvet Chains by Gary Morris? And I'm like, Daryl, that's a high song. Like, I got a really low voice. He's like, oh, I think we can make it work. Test it out. He wasn't, like, forcing me to do it, but he's like, I think he can do this. So we sat down and kind of made our own little version of it, and that's the version y'all are hearing on the radio today. I'm very thankful for Daryl for suggesting that and kind of putting a bug in my ear, if you want to say that, because that is now one of my favorite songs that I've ever recorded. And I think the main reason that it is because it was one of those songs that inspired me to be an artist myself.
Well, yeah, see, and ain't it great that we got good friends that kind of motivate you to kind of like, come on, kid, you got it. Let's go.
That is 100% true, and I'm very thankful and blessed to have Daryl in my life. He's one of my Texas country, just in general, music heroes.
Oh, yeah, I like him too.
And you got to love old Double B. And he was one of my inspirations from the start, and it's really cool as I've grown up to get to work with him. God has definitely blessed me in my life with a lot of fantastic people. There's too many to even thank. There's so many people I can't even put into words how just thankful I am to get to do this, and for the people that have helped me along the way.
Well, you know what? You've gotten me wanting to hear the song again, but to the general public, man, you know, we're about to spin your song, Velvet Chains. So what we're going to do right here, Ryder, is take a quick little break, pay a couple bills, and then we'll get right into that song, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some more about the EP that's upcoming and your current and future touring plans and how people can get a hold of you. How about that?
That sounds good, buddy.
All right, you're listening to 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt, an exclusive interview with Ryder Grimes. And I'm telling you, this young man is keeping country. We'll be right back. EarlsRibPalace.com is the destination for you to make Earl's Rib Palace a part of your holiday festivities. Log on to EarlsRibPalace.com today to find out more about catering options and when they will have those tasty, delectable offers on holiday favorites that you can take home for a great price. So hurry now to EarlsRibPalace.com and experience Oklahoma barbecue at its finest.
Colby Cooper is coming to the Diamond Ballroom tomorrow. Colby Cooper. One night only at the Diamond, live and in concert. Get tickets at diamondballroom.com or at the door day of show. And coming soon to the Diamond, Tom Petty tribute, Dylan Wheeler, and more. Colby Cooper, all ages show, all produced by DCF Concerts.
Velvet chains, keep the door wide open, you don't lock me in. I come and go, you never ask me where I've been. You know I'm faithful, Lord, well yes I'm bound to be. 'Cause your loving arms put these velvet chains on me. Velvet chains softly hold me, they keep me from straying to another one's arms. Locked in your love, I will chains softly hold me. They keep me from straying to another one's arms. Locked in your love, I will remain. I don't want to be free from your velvet chains. I don't want to be free from your velvet chains. Velvet chains.
And we're back with 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel, Oklahoma's home for Red Dirt. Hey, you know you can listen to us now on your Apple CarPlay. So you can Bluetooth us, get the app. You can listen to us at foxradio.fm. The choice is yours. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. And you just got to listen to Ryder Grimes' great cover of Velvet Chains. And I'm telling you, the young man is in the pilot seat. Talk to me, Goose.
I like that right there.
I'm telling you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are definitely Maverick. You are definitely Maverick right now. You're getting it done. You're getting it done, son.
Well, thank you.
Well, yeah, man. You are a good talent, and I'm glad that somebody your age is out there kicking boots, you know what I'm saying, and doing this thing, because this is not easy business, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic or bring the whole thing to a dark place here, but I mean, it ain't easy being in this business, and it sure ain't easy, you know, trying to keep the old stuff alive. So thank you for doing that, man. You're awesome.
Well, it's an honor to get to do it, and just the people are the reason I get to do this.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord and Savior and the people, the fans.
Amen.
That's what makes me be able to do this. They give me the drive to do it. So.
Well, buddy, you saying that just makes me want to shake your hand even more. So yes, sir, because without our Lord and Savior, trust and believe, we would all be in some bad shape right now. So
yes, sir, that's true.
We talked about the EP in the last segment, and those just tuning in, kind of recap. So that's coming out next month in January of 23. So you're kicking off the new year with some new stuff. Talk about that a little bit.
We are, and that's kind of crazy to say next month. I mean, it's crazy that we're already in December of 2022. It seems like we just started this thing, and now we're at the end of it, and down here in Texas, it's still 75 degrees.
Well, up here, you know, up north Texas, a.k.a. Oklahoma, out this area, yeah, it's a little brisk today. It's like 51, but still.
Yeah, it's cool, but tomorrow, you know, it's going to change.
Yeah.
That's how Texas works.
Boy, we've been having weather up here that I swear it's got some problems. I'm like, look, figure it out. Stay cold for a few days. We need it.
That's what I said, and hopefully it'll stay cold so we can get some music out there. And I love playing in the wintertime. I love playing all the time, but I love playing in the wintertime, so it's going to be cool to get some stuff out there. But yeah, we have an EP coming out in January. It's a self-titled EP.
Good.
It's going to have some never-heard-before songs. Velvet Chains is going to be on there, and there's 3 others that are going to be on there. Surprises. Y'all have to wait to hear those at a live show or wherever. But I'm really excited. We produced this thing. Daryl Dodd produced it along with Bart Rose at Fort Worth Sound in Fort Worth, Texas. And we had a great crew of musicians working on it. And these are all songs I've written myself besides Velvet Chains. So I'm really excited to get this out because, like I said earlier in the last segment, Velvet Chains is a head nod the stuff that I grew up on and the stuff that inspired me to write my own music. So I'm really happy to have my own music out there along with this song that just made such an impact in my life growing up.
So let's talk about touring, current, and future. So you got some things lined out for the end of the year, or are you just going to kind of just spend time with the family and then roll hard and heavy in 23?
We have a few things. This weekend we'll be with Mr. Wynn Williams on Saturday at the Mule Bar. I love Wynn.
Get it done.
He's a great guy. I'm glad to be on some shows with him. He's a good guy and good crew to work with. So we're with him on Saturday. And then next weekend, the 10th, we're going to be with Dylan Wheeler and a bunch of other great artists at the Hunt County Tunes for Tot event, which is a toy drive that they've done for the past 4 or 5 years. And every year this keeps getting bigger, and it's right in my backyard here in Roy City, Texas. So this is the first year I've been able to do it with my band, and I'm really honored to get to be on the lineup. It's going to be a really good time supporting a great cause. So we got that, and then we have New Year's Eve at Southern Junction, Texas, which is in Irving, Texas. We're going to be playing out with some buddies of ours, celebrate kicking off the new year, and then that's pretty much it for this year. But next year we're planning on rolling hard, especially with this EP coming out. We're hoping to release the EP about hopefully the last 2 weeks of January, and that's when we start rolling hard. We kick it off in College Station, and we're lining up a good run next year. So hopefully we can get up there to where you're at and play some more, because I love playing up there. It's looking to be a good year. I'm blessed to do it for another year. It's going to be a good time.
Well, Ryder, I'm telling you, I can't wait to see you. And my philosophy is if it's within like 4 hours, we'll travel. So don't even worry about, come on to Oklahoma. We'll welcome you with open arms. But, buddy, if it's within, 3 or 4 hours, I'm there. So tabs of you. So now, speaking of keeping tabs of you, how people can get a hold of you so they can make their plans and make sure they're at a few shows. Not just one show, a few shows.
Well, for sure. My main source of kind of just following us and checking out what we're doing and merch and pictures and videos and all that fancy stuff, you can find that on www.rydergrimesmusic.com, and that's Ryder with R-Y-D-E-R. It's a difficult spelling sometimes, so I have to spell it out, but RyderGrimesMusic.com is the website, and that has links to all my social media, which are all Ryder Grimes Music. Everything's basically the same. It's all Ryder Grimes Music. And then you can find me on your Spotify's and your Apple Music. You can find my music there. So check us out on the road next year. RyderGrimesMusic.com is your place to go, and that's your kind of go-to spot if you want to check out any further stuff, whether it be social media or YouTube, all that fancy stuff.
And let me tell you, we're going to be keeping in touch. Let me just get that out of the way. You always have a platform here at the Rebel, so we ain't going to be strangers. It could be just talking about, just life stuff and music, so just feel free anytime to give me a call, and we'll set something up, and we'll talk to the people, see what's going on in Ryder Grimes' life.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your time, and thank you very much again for us sneaking one in before the holiday season. And again, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and you're looking to have a very prosperous new year, and thank you very much for that. So, buddy, hey, sky's the limit, son. Sky's the limit.
Well, thank you, sir. That means a lot. And I hope to come up there one day and meet all y'all up in studio and in person one day. That'd be really neat.
Yep, that will be good, and we'll take you around town, and I'll show you some cool stuff up here, and maybe we can head on to OKC and do some stuff. Hey, sky's the limit.
For sure. That's for sure.
Well, all right, folks, you've been listening to Ryder Grimes and I talk about his musical journey and his plans and EP. You heard the single, and trust me, you're going to be hearing it a lot more here on 98.7 Red Dirt Rebel. And here in just a moment, we're going to get back to some of that good old music right after these messages. Top Branch Tree Service is the best in the Southwest at 785-375-2023. Oklahoma weather can be unpredictable and tree damage could happen, but when it does, you got a professional who is bonded, licensed, and will help you remove shrubbery, tree removal, stump removal, pests inside the trees. Jordan Creer, owner and operator, he will do it all. Give him a call today, 785-375-2023. That number one more time, 785-375-2023. Top Branch Tree Service gets the job done.
Colby Cooper is coming to the Diamond Ballroom tomorrow. Colby Cooper. One night only at the Diamond, live and in concert. Get tickets at diamondballroom.com or at the door day of show. And coming soon to the Diamond, Tom Petty tribute, Dylan Wheeler, and more. Colby Cooper, all ages show, produced by DCF Concerts.